Hello everyone, this is Robert from Prestige Collectibles Japanese Cards, and it's been quite a while since my last video, but we are running an auction right now, and the auction ends on April 12th. You can check it out. I'll put the link at prestigecollectiblesauction.com. And to make everything easy to remember, if you ever go to JapaneseBaseballCards.com, you can find all the links on that page. So I'm going to show you some of the lots that I have in the auction. They're not in any particular order, but I'll show you some of the first one. This is a one we just got back from PSA. This was also featured in an article in Sports Collectors Daily. This is a postcard from 1931. It was graded a PSA 2 with Lou Gehrig, and this says Nagoya Morinaga Belt Line, Morinaga Chocolate, and this is Hall of Famer Miyatake. He was on Keio University, so Saburo Miyatake. And this is the back of the postcard. I'm not exactly sure what the numbers mean, and this is someone's stamped name. And it's a postcard here in Japanese. This is the first one that's ever been found. And it's also obviously the first and only one ever graded by PSA. All right, the next item over here. This is an extremely rare Sadaharu rookie card. As of now, there might be only 3 known. This is the only one that's been graded. And it was graded a 6 by PSA. It does have kind of a small border on this side, but it is pretty sharp. And, you know, since it's a hand-cut card, this is from the JCM 33E series. And actually on the back here, we're not really sure why it was done like this, but all the information was left off from this space. So either it was done really early in the season and they weren't sure what to put on it. Also, the bat that he has in his hand says number 35, which obviously wasn't his number. But again, this is 1959 Menko rookie Sadaharu, JCM 33E. It's number 4545, and this is type 1. You can check it out in the guide. Here's another item that's pretty interesting. This is what we call a taba, T-A-B-A, or this is how a lot of the cards originally came. This one is from 1960. And it's one of the only few we've ever found that actually has Sadaharu on the top. You can see how thick it is. There's about 100 cards in here. This was made by Marusho. That's their logo here. And inside here, you could see are those would be like the winner cards. And it says baseball collection. So this is how the pack was originally it was sold with the string, and then you could pull one out, and it would have a card inside, 4 players on one card. So that is a very interesting lot. The next one here, this is a only one I've ever seen, 1934, Babe Ruth, postcard from Japan. And it's got a little interesting backstory, because there was a flyer, which you could see in the lot description, that came out that used the same images. So we're not sure if that flyer was cut to make this postcard or if they were produced at the same time. It is stamped Showa 9, which is 1934, November 26 from Nishinomiya. That's right near where the Koshien Stadium was, where they played 2 games on the 2 days before that. There's also a postal mark here. And the stamp is there. That's the person's address that it was sent to. And if you check out the description, there's more details about that. Okay, let's see. Here's another extremely rare item. I don't think we've ever seen this one before. We did have this book years ago in Korean, but not in Japanese, the Jackie Robinson story. This is by Bill Roeder. It's on the back, see in English here. And this is, give you a quick glimpse. It's mostly, in Japanese text. as you can see. But yeah, it's a very rare book, and this one, I believe, was printed in 1954. Okay. While we're on Jackie Robinson, here's the famous comic book, Jackie Robinson from 1950. Here's the back. It does have some damage here, but yeah, this has been very little difficult to find lately, but it is in pretty decent shape, except for that lower corner there. Okay. Again, here, this is a signed shikishi board from Fumio Fujimura, or Fujimura Fumio, and he wrote a little inscription here in Japanese. And his signature's one of the ones you don't see too often, and he's highly collectible. He was Mr. Tigers. Okay, next is the newest Hall of Famer, Ichiro Suzuki. This is his rookie card, graded a PSA 8, 1993 BBM. So he's right now the only player or person that's going to be in the Japanese and the US Hall of Fame. Next is a little bigger item I have. This is an incredible high-grade condition, 1960. This is the San Francisco Giants baseball team Goodwill Tour of Japan, produced by the Yomiuri Shimbun, or newspaper. This is the album. So as you can see, it's got every page has a photo on it. Sorry for the little glare, but you can see what they look like. Most of the pictures are included in the description. Here's some of the stadium. This was the prince at the time who became the emperor. There's some stadium shots, team shots, and of course here's a beautiful one of Willie Mays. All right, this is the back of the album. It's really high-grade condition. And this was put on, I guess, to protect the tassels. I don't know if it was originally like that or somebody put that on later. Let's see, got a few other interesting tour items. This is the first time I've ever seen, this is a 1956 from October 21st, Brooklyn Dodgers Tour of Japan tickets, ticket stubs, but they're still attached. They have a little perforation here, but they're still intact. I've never seen two that were still, in this type of condition. Over here, this is a 1953. This is the All-Star Tour of Japan, and this is kind of like a lottery where you could win tickets to the game, and this one features Yogi Berra. And this one was sponsored by the Mainichi newspaper. So some of the tours were from the Mainichi newspaper, and some were from the Yomiuri newspaper. Let's see. This one is you can see a little folding flag. Folding fan, sorry. This one has Masaichi Kaneda, Hall of Fame pitcher. Here's Doi, and here's Nagashima, Hall of Famer Inao, and Yoshida. It's got a little wear, but overall it's in a pretty nice shape. And here's one more fan. This is the back. And the front has been autographed by Osamu Mihara. He's a Hall of Famer. He was the manager of the Yomiuri Giants and also a player. Let's see. Next here, this is a rare card. I don't know if you've ever seen this one before, of Larry Raines. He was in the Negro Leagues. He was one of only 3 players who played, I think, in the Negro Leagues, minor leagues, Major League Baseball, and in Japan. So that's his card there. I'll show you a few other graded cards. This is a 1963 JCM 13C hand-cut card, graded a PSA 8 of O in his famous flamingo pose. Here's the back of that card. There's also a few non-sport cards in the auction, including this Betty Boop. I think this is the highest graded one without a qualifier. Betty is a catcher. This is from the 1948 JCM 2 set. This one is one you don't see too often. Circa 1950, Mickey Mouse and Popeye, that says Yakyu or baseball on there. In the back has Godzilla. That's an interesting card. Here, this is the Nippon Ham cards are very hard to find, especially in high grade. This one has Sadaharu along with Isao Harimoto, and this one was graded a 9. So this one is a one you don't see very often. I did just show you that one Sadaharu rookie, and we do have 2 others. This is a 1959 JCM 43D. He's squatting here. There's Giants O. And this one has a number 2, a little lucky stamp on the back where you would end up getting another card from one of those tabas, those packs that I showed earlier. All right, and then next one, this one is quite popular. JCM 30B, 1959 rookie, Doyusha. And this one was graded a PSA 2. And here's the back of this card. Let's see. Yeah, this one is somewhat like I'm going to say the 52 Topps Mantle, as it became like a classic Japanese card. This is the first modern Calbee card in 1973, card number 1, featuring Shigeo Nagashima. And this has just been a classic pose, very popular card. It came in the bat and flag version. This is the bat version on the back, and this was graded a 5. This card is often, in very low grade, so this 5 is pretty good to find. And when we're talking about nice grades, so again from 1973, this is a beautiful card with Sadaharu and Katsuya Nomura, the Hall of Famer. He's the second most home runs, so he got the first and second career home runs. Nice Pepsi logo in the background from a Japan series, and this was graded a 10. Absolutely stunning, beautiful white back card, and the colors are just, really gorgeous on this. It's nearly impossible. This was pulled from a pack. That's the only reason probably could even get this type of a grade. Next thing is something that's quite interesting. This is a Lily Gum box, and you can see here Sadaharu on this side, Shigeo Nagashima on this side. It's pretty big, and it's got a stadium here with the Giants players and the Tigers players, and then you would turn this knob, and I guess the gum would come out. It was 5 again, and this is a very interesting box. First time we've ever seen it. There's more of a description and information again on the online auction. Here's a really nice autograph of Shunichi Amachi. He was a player and Hall of Famer. This one's dated 1950. He was the Dragons manager at the time. Let's see. I was scanning a few of these, so I do have some cards that are not in holders, but I'll show them carefully. Here's a Tetsuharu Kawakami, 1947. This was one of his earliest cards. A bromide here. It's a blank back. These two are interesting, both of Kawakami. And on the back, it kind of looks like a postcard design. These were made by Kagome. This card is of Minoru Yamashita, Hall of Famer. This is from 1929 when he was still in college. It does have a little crease down here, but this was actually pulled from a pack, and it has a number 5 winner stamp on the back. Here's a real nice photo featuring Mihara, who I had showed you before, the autograph fan, with Bozo Wakabayashi. He was Hawaiian born. Kaoru Beto, Hall of Famer, and then Fumio Fujimura, Hall of Famer. There's the back of that. There are a couple of real nice starfin bromides in the auction. You got this one here. It's got a little paperware on the back. There's another nice one. All right, let me show you. I got a few other things here, including, okay, this was a ticket from the 51 tour from Nagoya. This one has Joe DiMaggio and Michio Nishizawa, Hall of Famer, from November 7th. So this is an interesting ticket. And then here is a 1955 Tour of Japan publication with Mickey Mantle on the cover. This is one of the harder ones to find. And it does have some wear on it. You can see the pictures online pretty well, but I'll just give you a quick look. You can see what the inside looks like here. A lot of player pictures, and along with some advertising. Here's Yogi Berra. And let's see what else is in here. Billy Martin. And yeah, this was the schedule. And that's the back. All right. Here's another gorgeous color Victor Starfin bromide. And this is a larger size one. Very well centered, really nice. The back is very clean as well. Put that here. This I'll show you. This is Baseball. This is Baseball. That was the name of the magazine, Baseball Magazine. And this is from the 3rd volume. And what it is every issue, all 12 of them, from I think it was 1932. This one obviously has Mickey Cochran on the cover. You can see all the pictures, stuff from the tours. It's just filled with pictures. Left field duel. So you go from, this is the February issue. Lots of pictures, American and Japanese baseball. Here's the March issue. There's more different. There's Babe Ruth and Jimmy Fox. I mean, it's absolutely incredible having all these in one bound volume. Okay, here's the May issue. I don't know if I skipped any, but they're all in here. Here's June. And there's a few covers, obviously, that are better than others. Let me find let's see which one is here. Oops. Let me move this out of the way, make it a little easier. And this as well. I don't want anything to get damaged. Sometimes it's difficult trying to find the next cover. This was July. This one's August. You can see Left Field Duel here. September, young Chicago player. Here's some more. Look, see all the pictures. And October has Babe Ruth. So again, this is a complete volume 1 through 12 in this bound book. All right, I have a couple other things to show you. Take this out carefully. A lot of people know about Masanori Murakami, was the first baseball player from Japan to play in the States, and they've seen his autograph, but this one is actually written here, Murakami Masanori, and it is dated September, looks like 25th, 1964. The ball was also signed by Willie Mays. And it comes with a PSA letter, a full letter from PSA. There are a few other things I'll show you quickly. This is an interesting sheet featuring, this is it says DiMaggio, and that's O'Doul. And the rest, some of these are Hall of Famers. You got Kawakami. Shiraki isn't a Hall of Famer, but Aota and Fujimoto Shiraishi. These are actually three. What you would do is pull them apart, three individual pieces, and I think they would lay them all out and try to put them together. You know, kids would play with this. This is the back. I don't advise anybody to eat these, but this is one of the original Pax Calbee snacks. It was 30 yen at the time. This is the back. You can still see the snacks inside. And let's see. We do have a few complete sets. Here's a set from 1963. You can see all the cards. They're all in pretty nice shape. And they do have the stamps. These were imported back then. Here's another rare set. This one includes the original packaging. And these they were perforated, but they came two cards together in a strip. This one with Sadaharu, Masichi Kaneda. It's got all the big names in here. Nagashima, Harimoto. Here's Beto. He was the manager at that time. Kawakami, manager, and so on. There's a lot of Americans in this set. Solamko. It was Peterson. And many others. So this is a set you don't see too often, and especially not with the packaging. I do have a few other things to show you. This is another really nice starfin bromide. It's not been trimmed off. It's got the full top. Got a little glue residue on the back. And this is a Tour of Japan pin. It doesn't have the ribbon with it. We believe it might be from the 34 tour, but we're not sure. I did see one similar to this in the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame. All right. And this is Shigeo Nagashima. This has a facsimile signature from Sankyo. It's and it would be like a stand, so it would stand up like this if you get it to work right. But right now, just try to keep it in this condition. All right, so that's quite a bit of stuff that I had in the auction. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. You know, I hope you check out the auction, whether you bid or not, and you just find something you think is interesting. I really appreciate it. And I'll hopefully see you again soon with another video. Take care.